morning. How's it going, everybody? Full disclosure up front. I started getting a little bit of a sore throat yesterday. I think it's one of those allergy drainage sore throats you get. It's no fun. But because of that, I'm probably going to do much talking today because my throat hurts. So I'll try to, if I do any talking or anything like that, I'll try to type it or something, but don't expect me to talk much today, so I apologize. There we go. The character that we're gonna work on today, I had some time while my daughter was at church last night. I usually take her to church and I sit there in the foyer, coffee shop, whatever you want to call it, and I sit there and draw. I get a lot of work done. Well, I try to at least. But last night I was able to draw Danglars from the Count of Monte Cristo, and the Danglars is the character. If you've ever seen the movie, you kind of have to take the movie with a grain of salt because they obviously change. They take some creative license with the story that Alexander Dumas. Excuse me. They took some creative liberties with the story and changed it up a little bit. But Danglars, he is the character that actually orchestrates the writing the letter that you see in his hand with the letter and the pen and the quill pen. Excuse me. He's the guy that orchestrates writing the letter, the treasonous letter that ends up getting Edmond Dantes, put into jail for 14 years. So that's why he's got a letter. That's why he's got a quill. got something pretty fun. Well, it's pretty exciting to work on after this. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I want you to stay and watch. Hello, Katie's mom.
Didn't mean those things, I'm sorry. Doesn't matter anyway. We've been here one time too many. Wonder what will happen next. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see through. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see through. 'Cause we're see through. We promised that nothing would break us, that we'd always find a way. And all was said and dust had settled, something didn't feel the same. We both know that this ship's going down. Let's get off and leave before we drown. There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see through. Let's save ourselves the courtesies, 'cause we're see through. We both know how this thing goes. Should I leave or should you? There's nothing left for us to say, 'cause we're see through.
This guy singing sure is whiny. Okay. Before I get started on the other other thing that I was talking about, something with Lord of the Rings, I wanted to talk about, of course, I'm going to talk about it when I have a sore throat. I want to talk about something I've been thinking about. And I mentioned this before. I've mentioned this thing. I've mentioned this thing before. I've had this idea of doing this deck based on gladiators for a while. But I wanted to do it. I wanted to do something different. I'm always trying to think about. My my place in the playing card world, and I always want to try to innovate. So many people innovate with, like, printing technologies, and I'm gonna use 17 foils, or they use UV ink, all kinds of stuff, which is super cool, absolutely. But I really feel like I think my strength comes in just like innovating new concepts and new ideas in terms of like how to, like, what playing cards could be, and in terms of like a marketplace, or a market, or whatever like that. And I feel like I did that in a way, granted, I'm not the first person to come up with a subscription. That's been around for a long time, but I do feel like that I'm, one of the only people. I know that there's other playing card subscriptions, but in the terms of, an artist that is it's actually designing the cards, not necessarily curating the cards, but, I feel like that I'm the only one that, I feel like I came up with that, and I'm not trying to take, I'm not trying to take accolades for that, but I'm just giving it as an example. And I feel like that was something new and something innovative. And I'm trying to think about, okay, what's the next step past subscriptions that's innovative and different? And also, what's the next step past subscriptions that is is that next step of innovation in terms of like telling a story? Because you guys know that I love telling stories and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out what's the next step to tell even more of a story, and at the same time create even more engagement with that story with you, the consumer. Now I've kind of hinted on this before in the past of how I was going to do this, but I really hadn't thought it. I really hadn't thought it through, and I also hadn't thought it through to the level at which I've been thinking about it over the weekend. And so I just kind of I was really excited, and I wanted to put this out there, and just to give you guys a taste of what's to come, because I'm really excited about it. I'm super pumped about it. So, a little backstory. Let me find it. So, a little backstory. I found, I'm probably gonna get, I found this website that's like a subscription. It's called Eagle Moss Collections, and they make like die-cast cars. I've never been into die-cast cars. I think they're cool, but I've never been into them. I haven't really collected them. But I found this this website. I'll put a link in here. I found this website, and I thought it was interesting because it is a die-cast car model. It's probably about 18 to 20, 20. I think it's like 21 inches long. But the cool thing about it is it's a monthly subscription, okay? And and each month, you don't just get the car. You don't just get the car by itself. You don't just get the car by itself. You get shipments, and you get a little instruction book, and you get, a limited number of pieces, okay? And then as you get each month's delivery, you have the opportunity that you're the one that is building it and putting it together, which I think is amazing. And you're the one that's creating it. You're the one that's building it. So you become even more invested in the thing the thing that you're building and creating. So it's like it creates even more connection to it. And also, I think it's an interesting business model because, unless you finish out the subscription, you don't have a completed car. And full disclosure, I started subscribing to this, and I got I think I got six deliveries. I think there's a total of 30 deliveries. I got 6 deliveries, and I thought it was awesome. I was having a blast, but unfortunately, they ended up. And I totally understand this because I've been late with a subscription delivery before. But what happened was they started getting 1 month. They were late, and my card didn't get charged, and they didn't even notify me. They didn't send out an update or anything like that. Hey, we're running behind, and blah blah blah. We're not charging you, which is I'm glad they didn't charge me, but it was due to supply chain stuff, and it ended up being 3 or 4 months, and I lost interest in it, which sucks because I thought it was an incredible idea, an incredible model. Now I may get back into it, but I don't know. But I definitely lost interest when they really lost a lot of momentum with me. But that led to that whole model of it's a subscription-based thing, but there's this element of you, the consumer, being the person that is you also have a tactile contribution and part in making this thing that you're going to create and collect a reality. And so I was thinking about how I could transition that into playing cards, and I've talked about this before once, but I haven't added these layers of complexity to it that I'm about to talk about. So what this is going to be, and this is most likely going to be something that starts in January of 2023, just because there's going to be a lot of work to build up to it, and we're going to try to hype the crap out of it, and I think it's going to be cool. But we're going to have this. What we're going to do is we're going to create this deck of cards. We're going to create one deck of cards, and it's going to be this gladiatorial-based thing. But I want to take this whole storytelling element to another level. And even though I rag on Theory 11 a lot, I think they do a lot of things really great. One of the things they do one of the things they do great is make really great tuck cases. Now their cards suck and they all look the same, but well, to me they do, but whatever. They make awesome tuck cases. And one thing I really liked about the recent Harry Potter decks is just the cool kind of the different houses, the different magic houses in the Harry Potter story, which I thought were great. Gryffindor, Scriven, or whatever they're called. Gryffindor, Scriven. I don't know. Is it Scriven? I don't know. But I thought that was really cool. Now, that's nothing new, and I've even done stuff like that in the past. But I started thinking about that in terms of this project. And so the way that the really cool thing about this project is I'm going to have, there's going to be 4, let's say, gladiatorial houses. I don't know how you spell gladiatorial. Gladiatorial houses or factions. And you can think of this like, there's going to be 4 different like gladiatorial schools. And this is going to be all based on kind of like this storyline of these 4 different gladiatorial houses within the Roman Empire. And then you're going to have the spades, let's say, be like, and they're all going to have like a themed color and themed animal that goes with it. Very kind of Romanesque. So like the spades will be the eagles, the house of the eagle. The hearts will be the house of the lion. The diamonds, what is it? The bull, and the clubs will be the wolf, the house of the wolf. Okay, so there's going to be these four faction houses, and each faction house will have 144 slots. And what I mean by slots is there will be only 144 subscription slots that people can grab for this specific thing that I'm doing. And it basically pretty much matches up with like my gilded subscription. So it's about the same number, if not a little bit more. Subscription slots for like our gilded tier. And what's going to happen is we're going to build up to it to January, and we're going to be like, you have to pick your faction house, you know. And we're going to gamify it too a little bit. And there's going to be tons of stuff that we're going to do that's very, very interesting, I think. We're going to gamify it, and we're going to be like, you know, December, whatever, you're going to pick your faction house. And you will pick one of the slots. Now, of course, you're gonna be able to pick more if you want to buy one slot of each. I'm not gonna stop you, but you're gonna be asked to pick your faction house. And once you pick your faction house, your deck for that one specific deck for the entire year is going to be as if you're a part of that faction house. So if you pick the Eagle house, the Spade house, then the deck that you get that year and that you're building over the year is going to be themed House Eagle or House Spade or whatever. And there'll be 144 slots per house. Now, the way it's going to work is it's going to be broken up into 8 deliveries. Right now it's 8. I could make less. I could make more. I don't know. I just kind of have it broken up like that. But the way it's going to work is it's going to be one deck of cards. Well, you're going to get multiple decks of cards, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Is anybody interested in this? Do you want me to keep talking about this, or do we draw? So the way it's going to work is each delivery, because it's not necessarily going to be monthly, because if I do less than 12, it's not going to be monthly. And I'm not going to really, and I may not tie it to a year. I may start it earlier. But every delivery, you're going to get another piece of the overall final product that you're going to have to be the one that puts it together and builds it, which I think is very interesting. There's going to be some people that don't like that. I understand that, but I want to try something new. Because that was one of the things that I loved about that DeLorean thing was I got these instruction manuals of how to build it, and it made me even more emotionally attached and emotionally attached to the thing that I was collecting. And so obviously it made me more invested in it. And, I'm a capitalist, and like if I can get you more invested in what you're doing and you more invested in the thing that you're collecting, you're obviously going to want to stay. And I mean, there's no, that's full transparency. So the way it's going to work is it's going to be split up into 8 deliveries. And so delivery one, what you'll get is you'll get, let's say, you'll get the spade suit. I don't know how you spell suit. Is that how you spell suit? So you get the spade suit. So you get the eagle. And no matter what house you chose in the beginning, you're going to get these. You have to have a full deck. So the first delivery, you're going to get like the spade suit. And the spade suit is just going to be the spade cards. And with the spade cards, you're going to get a small, thin, kind of like a mini tuck case, I guess you could say. You're going to get a mini tuck case, and that's going to be, let's say, now it's not going to look like this. I'm just saying this. It's an eagle. So on that delivery, you're going to get both the spade cards, and the mini tuck case. Okay. And this mini tuck case is only going to be thick enough to hold the 12 cards in the spade suit. And this entire mini tuck case will be themed the Eagle House, the Eagle Faction. The delivery 2, so on and so forth. What's going to happen is delivery 2, you're going to get the hearts, and you're going to get the cards and the mini tuck. So you get a second mini tuck. That's horrible. I could just do this. So you get the hearts. And that'll be, that little mini tuck will be themed the Heart House, which is, I guess, the lion. And then the third delivery, you'll get the diamonds, whatever, diamonds. Sorry, I'm getting messy. And then finally, you'll get it. You get it. The fourth delivery, you get the clubs, the wolf cards, the club cards, and the wolf mini tuck. And so by the fourth delivery, you have the full entire deck plus the 4 mini tuck cases that represent each house. Then it starts to get interesting. On the fifth delivery, you will get a large tuck case. And this large tuck case will be big enough for you to fit all 4 smaller, like, splinter packs into this tuck case. And on the top, it'll say something like, it'll have, like, eagle, lion, bull, wolf, whatever. And each faction house will be inside this main tuck. And this main tuck will be themed whatever house you chose in the beginning. So this outer tuck case will be themed your house that you chose. And so on this delivery, you'll get the main tuck and you'll get some type of cool belly band or some kind of like tuck case accoutrement that goes on the outside. And so now you've got, and each month, each delivery, you're also getting like the tuck cases or whatever thing that you're getting is going to be flat. And we're going to make these really nice instructional videos to where you're the one that put it together. And So you're putting the tuck case together, you're putting the cards into the tuck and that kind of thing, so you could be a part of it. Because that's one of the things that I loved about that car thing was I had to put it together. And so you're going to be the one building this. And so after you get the big tuck case and you've got the completed deck, what happens after that is there's more to it. On like the 6th delivery 6, what you're going to get is you're going to get a print. You're going to get a map of the Roman Empire. I probably shouldn't be saying all this stuff because I'm not going to have anything to reveal when I'm doing this, but you're going to get a map of the Roman Empire. So if you're watching this, don't tell anybody. You're going to get a map of the Roman Empire, and on that map of the Roman Empire are going to be the different locations of the different houses, these different factions. And it's going to look really cool, archaic, that kind of thing. So you're going to get a map of the Roman Empire, and then you're going to get an 18 by 24 print of the back design of your faction house. So if you have the Eagle faction house, you're going to get this 18 by 24 print of that Eagle back design. Because depending on which faction house you choose, that will also be the theme of your back design for the deck that you're building. So if you are an Eagle faction house, all of your cards inside of all of your decks, no matter which faction house it is, will be the Eagle deck or the Eagle back design, and so on and so forth for different factions. And so with delivery 7, so you'll get the map of the Roman Empire, you'll get the print, and with the 7th delivery, you will get an art book, like a softbound art book that has all the court cards in like an 8 by 10 form, and all the artwork for the deck, plus all the backstories for each of the gladiators and that kind of thing. Art book and like a certificate of authenticity, because that sounds cool, right? And then for the final 8th delivery, you'll get a really nice, probably black walnut, because I love black walnut. You'll get a black walnut box with a coin medallion inlaid into the box. And so by the time the whole story is done and you've put this together, you will have a one of 144 deck that will fit into this wooden box with this medallion, an art book, a print, a map of the Roman Empire, all that kind of stuff. Now, the really cool thing is, what I think is the really cool thing, is throughout the year that we're doing this, this will not replace my normal subs. I'm still going to do the number 13 club and the vintage reimagined. It may replace the table players. Subscription. Throughout the year, we're going to have a website that's dedicated to this whole thing, and each faction house is going to have, their own website that's themed their website. And throughout the year, we're going to have like gladiatorial battles. And this is all to like create engagement with you guys. So it's a marketing ploy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to deceive anybody. But this is a thing to get, have you guys engaged throughout the year. But throughout the year, we're going to have gladiatorial battles where we do different things, where we have like contests to where we have matches between the House Eagle and House Lion. And we create these fun interaction engagement contests, whether it's a social sharing or if it's hey, we're going to have a drawing contest where you have to draw an eagle or something like that. I don't know. But there will be winners and there will be losers in these gladiatorial matches, and this will be throughout the year. And if your house ends up being the one that, say it's like a social sharing thing. So this battle is, the winner is determined by whichever house shares the most. Then they say like the Eagle House wins that month's gladiatorial battle. Then we'll have like free swag giveaways for the houses that win. So like if your house wins the gladiatorial match, you may get a House Eagle t-shirt or something like that. Or, you know, I don't know, a hat or a onesie. I don't know. But I think you get the idea. And that'll just help create like these, just help to deepen the story of like these are gladiators and you're a part of this house and you're fighting and the gladiators are matching each other. And I also forgot, in the delivery you'll also get like display decks or like standard decks that are different than the one that you're making, because those are going to be special. But you'll get, as part of your subscription, you'll get like standard decks of each house so that you can actually open them or look at them and stuff like that. It'll be more like a regular deck of cards. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys thought that was interesting, because I'm excited about that. I probably should have told all my details, but whatever. I need to turn the fan on real quick. I'm hot. And in terms of price, it'll probably be very equivalent to like a gilded subscription, to where it's like, I don't know, like a $60 subscription, kind of like a gilded subscription. Okay, so what we're going to work on now is Tim called me, Tim, my video photographer guy, he called me this weekend, and we were talking about how the project was going, the Kickstarter project. And we've been getting a lot of not complaints at all. Not complaints at all. Everybody has been this has been a great Kickstarter project. I'm totally pumped to how it's going. We've been getting a lot of people wanting something that was like a Kickstarter exclusive, because I'm very cut and dry, I feel like, with my Kickstarter campaigns, and I don't want there to be I don't want to have 15 different editions of a deck. I don't want like the aquamarine, the purple, the opal, the sapphire. I don't want to have 7 different things, because I just don't like that. But I do understand the want of people to have some type of Kickstarter exclusive, which I know that like the Gilded Edition and the Legacy Edition, I've specifically stated that they're not necessarily Kickstarter exclusive. But I'm only going to order as many as people pledge for. But we were talking about, okay, what would it look like if we did offer a Kickstarter exclusive deck? Now, I'm not going to do coins. I'm not going to do anything else. Please know that it's not that I don't want to do anything else that's not a deck of cards. But it really is that I'm not allowed to, and I'm not going to talk about it even more than that. But I'm not allowed to do anything else but playing cards in terms of my license. But so we were thinking about, okay, what would it look like if we released a Kickstarter exclusive deck? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that he's about to say that he's going to release that original design with those original design cards. No, I'm not going to do that. Please know that one of the things that has made this Kickstarter so enjoyable, besides the fact that you guys have been super supportive, super positive, But one of the things that has made this project so enjoyable for me is the fact that all of the art is finished, all of the art is approved, and I don't have any more work to do to linger over my head after the project's over, because that is something that I always didn't like about my previous Kickstarters, because I would never finish all the artwork before a Kickstarter. But because of my license and because of the approval process, I had to have it all approved. So what we're thinking about doing is we're thinking about releasing a Kickstarter exclusive version of the deck. And basically what it would be is the same cards and the same face art that is in the current deck that's on Kickstarter, with a back design, with the back design that I designed a few weeks ago that has gold foil on the back, and I'll show you that design. So this would be a Fellowship edition that has a foiled back design. Let me see, where did I put that? I don't even remember where I put that. What did I even call that? My brain is gone. I think I put it in here. Let's see. Sort by date. No idea where I put that. It's in here. Here it is. So this is the design that I did. I love this design. I think it's awesome. So everything that you see would be gold foil. And the cool thing about it is this will be a Kickstarter exclusive deck. We would have numbered seals. Now, I'm not necessarily capping it at a specific print run, so it'll be very much a Kickstarter exclusive in the sense that you'll only be able to pledge for it and get it during the Kickstarter. And then once the Kickstarter's over, that will determine how many are in the print run, and then we will print that many, and then that will determine how many that will determine what numbers go on the numbered seals, because this will be the only deck in this project that'll have a numbered seal and that kind of thing. The other good news is, because it has the foil back, I would use the company that prints my puzzles. I would use the company that prints my puzzles and also printed the Mistborn playing cards to print this. The added benefit with using them is that I have the freedom and they have the capability of making a side load tuck case that looks like the book. And so this Kickstarter exclusive deck will have a foiled back with the same face cards. There will be no foil on the faces. It'll be the same faces. So you'll have a foil on the back, plus you'll have the side load book style tuck case and a numbered seal on the outside. And so what we're going to work on today is, let me open up the original. Let me see if I can find it. I probably would. I don't know. That's a good question, Katie. I originally designed that back design for the One Ring edition. I probably would, or I'd probably make something that's similar. So I guess it just depends. All right, so let me find this original. Try to find the original. I should name these something different. Let's see if this is it. I don't think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So this was the original kind of side load tuck case. Now, so what we're going to do is I'm going to open this back up. I want this to feel different. Let's see here. That's the inside. Where's the one that's not flat? I sure hope I didn't flatten this, because that would suck. Did I flatten this? That's lame if I flattened it. So what we're going to work on now is we're going to make this, we're going to alter this book design, because I don't want it to look like, I want it to look very different than the deck that we have now. It's still going to be this red color, because then the two towers will be like, like blue and then green for the Return of the King. But did I flatten this? That was a Bush League mistake, if that's the correct. What is this? Let's see here. Let's see what these are. Should be more organized with my files. All right, good. That's what I want. This is what I wanted right here. No, because this one's flat. But I could use that one if I have to. There we go. This is the one I wanted. Okay. Let's close this. That's the existing tuck case. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save this as something that I know. We're going to make a folder. We're going to be call this the Kickstarter exclusive. That's Kickstarter exclusive tuck outside. Now, let's get rid of this stuff that I know I'm not going to put on there. This one's going to be much simpler in design. I want it to have that same red. I want it to have the same leather color. Okay, what is this? That's the back design stuff. Okay. I love this. All that is gold is not glitter. Now, what I want to do is I want to have this border on the back as well. Now we're going to see if we can utilize this design for the back of the book. Will this deck be gilded? I don't think so. I don't want the price to be too high. I don't want the price to be too high that people, don't want to get it. And I don't want to add another deck that's got a more than a $20 price point. Like, this will probably be like 15, 16 bucks. Like I said, Chris, I don't want to create, I know it may sound lazy, but I don't want to create any more work for me that lingers over my head, because one of the things I want to do with this project is, get it turned in and get it in production, because I don't want to be a lame-o and be late. Unfortunately, like a bunch of, I'm not trying to throw shade, but a bunch of other designers, I think they overextend themselves and they end up getting delayed and they deliver late, and I don't want to do that. So that's just not what I want to do, bro. Now we can do some experimenting. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. I've created, I think, 6 of those other versions. Not enough to finish it now. And see, if I did the other design, it would be another month before I could turn that in, probably. Because that other edition, those cards take me a long time. And I want this one to feel even more like a book. So it's going to be very plain, a lot like the Robin Hood box. And the cool thing is we can experiment with the cards pretty soon anyways, because this won't take me much longer. So what I want to do is I either want to have a one ring, like one single ring on the back, or I have the gold foil back design. I'm not sure. But I know that I want to have a more simple front. Let's see here. What's that font that we've been using that I love so much? Let me see if I can find it. I love the font that we've been using for like the website and stuff. I think the font's in here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Oh, wait. I've already done this for the key card. Just find it. Key card, key card, key card. Now listen. Listen to me, people. I love you guys. But I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this if I have to altering the face cards means me having to redo them, especially adding foil to them, because that's a whole nother art pass that you have to do on every single card. It doesn't mean I'm not going to try it, but I'm just telling you. Now I could do like a little tiny border. And also the reality is I didn't draw those court cards to have. Well, both versions, they're all matte tuck cases, Derek, with gold foil. They're all going to be matte tuck cases because I honestly don't really like glossy tuck cases. Let's see here. What was I looking at? Okay, the key card. I need the key card here. I think that's in here somewhere. Or is that at the office? There it is, key card. I've already done this type work here. So let's think about this as gold foil. Trying to remember what I put on the other one. Yeah, I put legendary playing cards. Oh my gosh. Why aren't you doing what I want? Yeah, one of the reasons why I shied away from doing foil on the face cards of this version is just because I didn't design the cards with the intent to have foil. And so all the color and the way that I kind of laid everything out is just not meant to have foil on it. They did say in the beginning that it couldn't look like a book, but the defining factor is that on the front of the box, I have to say that it's playing cards. And me saying that it's playing cards, that's why I have it nice and big right here, luxury playing cards. Because that's on there, that is enough to differentiate the fact that this is not a book. This is actually a deck of playing cards. And so that's kind of what they established as like the defining thing that sets it apart from actually being a book. Besides the fact that you could open it up and see that it's a stack of cards, but that's just what they said, and so that's what we're going to stick with. And I've already gotten this. I've even gone to far enough, Chris, that I'm glad you say that. I've even gone far enough that I've already gotten this type of tuck case approved. All right, let's see if we can use. Now I'll probably make the map on the inside like monochromatic, like a sepia tone. Now let's see here. I don't know. Let me see if I can do this, if I can pull this off. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not. Let's just see what happens. I don't know if this is going to work. It looks pretty awesome, though. That's pretty sweet. That's awesome. So in order for make this foil, I'm gonna have to make the whole tuck case will have to be foil laminated, like Legal Tender is, which is totally cool. This is totally workable. I really like that, though. That's really nice. Makes me almost want to do the back design with that red in the background. That's how I could make that different than the other version. Oh, that might work. All right, let's see here. Let's take You're thinking right, Chris. You're thinking right. I think the back should have the burgundy as well. And that's what we're going to do. Just to give you guys a heads up, this week I'm going to try to be finishing the Count of Monte Cristo by like Wednesday, so I'm going to be working quite a bit. I'm going to have another DEL, well, another live session later today, probably 2 more today. But I want to try to get back on track. My goal was to have all of this year's subscription decks finished by like July 4th or June, like the 1st of June or 1st of July. I think the Lord of the Rings court cards were just too big of files because my computer's working pretty good right now on these low res. I think I was just taxing it too much, but I've got tons of RAM. I got like 164 gigs of RAM or something like that. Maybe it was just more my graphics processor or something. Other technical words that sound like I know what I'm talking about. I noticed setting up the live today that we're getting close to being our 300th DEL episode. We're on 290 right now. It's pretty amazing how time has flown by. Some of you guys have been here since the beginning. Look at how far we've come. Sorry, I'm talking to the people that are printing this. That we printing this to make sure that they know that we're going to do the foil lamination on the tuck case, because that will adjust the price and make it more expensive. tools go? Great. Where are all my tools? Oh, there we go. When I switch back and forth from different programs, I try to use the hotkeys for the other programs. What I'm doing is I'm building the tuck case in 3D. Something happened. Something happened. should have taken care of it. Once we build it in 3D, we can fold it over like we're actually building it. And everything will be the right size. And then we can also maybe eventually do like animations with it open. Or I can do renderings of it open. This is called Autodesk Maya. It is not part of Photoshop. It's a different it's a different program. Same people that make AutoCAD, but this is more used like in the special effects and gaming industry, movie industry. This is what I used to use in the gaming industry to make video game characters and such. It's kind of like AutoCAD, but a little bit different. one of the benefits of me making this exactly like the tuck case is it means I can just use, I don't have to do much work. I don't have to do much extra work to make the files that I made for the art files that I made for the tuck case to work for the 3D texture map, which is the thing that makes the color on the 3D object. If that makes sense or not. All right, got that blocked out. I just need to add me some. Stuff I've forgotten how to do. Select UVs, rotate, enter a number, angle. Okay, that's easy. Edit UVs. There we go. What is this? understand what's going on here. What have I done? There's a screw up right here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sorry if this is super boring. Why isn't this working? That's all right. Let's just see if it works. All right, let's put this in the center. Okay. I want to create a PSD network. All right, fine. gosh, super annoying. It's just my own rustiness in this program that's making me take so long, so I apologize. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. All right, texture, image, create. I need to select it. All right, we need to make a back face for this. All right, we got the front, we got the outside and the inside. So let's just make sure everything's working correctly. We need to flip it or just rotate it. I think I need to flip it. All right, so that's the inside. And this is the outside. All right, let's select this object. I don't know why this is still like this. I think I want to redo this. Seems like it's messed up. Yeah, that's why I was messed up. Stuff going on. I didn't correctly make this 3D model. So I need to close these tabs. Ugh, this is a pain. I'll do this over again. I don't know why it's still like that. Something's wrong. Something is wrong, and I can't tell what it is. that fixed it. Perfect. Jeez. See? I did it all perfect. Silly boy. Silly boy and your UV 3D things. Modify, rotate. 90. Okay, I want to flip. Edit UV, modify, flip. Okay, now I want to get these edge pieces. Okay. All right, I've got that. Okay, now let's select the object. Let's create a PSD network. We're gonna make this 4096. What are you doing down here? Does Mom know you're down here?
Yep.
What are you
She's
doing?
down here.
Mommy's down here?
Yep, she's in there.
Oh. I have a visitor. Say hello. Do you see the camera up there? Look, right there. You see it? Make sure they see you.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Say hello.
Who's in there now?
Huh?
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing down here?
Nothing?
So you just came down here?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then you ready to go back up with Mommy?
Yes.
Okay. Say goodbye to my friends.
Bye.
All right. We go UV. I want to UV snapshot. I'm going to call this side load tuck UV. All right, so now let's go in here and open up that UV map. Okay. This on multiply. So here's that UV map we just made. Make it where I can see it. There we go. Now what we're going to do is We're just going to rough it in. And the great thing about it is the fact that we made it the same as this. Then it should just map over really easily. So I'm going to duplicate this, merge it. I'm going to select this, copy. Put it underneath this, bring down the opacity. Now I can put this right where I want it on top of that. Now we're just matching it up. It's not going to be the perfect the first time, but we're going to get it pretty close. Okay. There's the front. Let's save this. Save as. Let's go get the inside just for right now. This is the inside. That's good. All right, now what I should be able to do is save this file. I'm going to save as a copy as a Targa file. I'm going to go side load tuck. This is going to be the side load tuck diffuse. Now we're going to go back into Maya. I'm going to assign a new material blend. I'm going to plug in this file that we just made. Computer, Foxtrot, Dropbox, Lord of the Rings. Test. So many files. I'm going to plug in this diffuse map. We're going to hit 6. And look at that. Bam. Got the inside. It's a little off on the top. That's the other tuck case from the top. But it's got it all in there. So let's fix this part. That's this right here. It's coming over. All right, let's save a copy as Targa, side load tuck, diffuse. Go back to Maya. Let's reload the texture. There we go. We got the inside. Let's delete our image plane. There is our 3D file there. Now what we can do, this is the coolest part, we can just fold it. We just fold it together, and then we've got a tuck case in 3D. That's all we got to do, since it's so easy. But there's a little bit of finagling that you have to do. So what we're going to do is we have to add these little edges. All right, so what we're going to do is, let's see here. We're going to select these faces. Let's go the right. Okay, so that's the right face. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. This is where it kind of gets a little bit weird. Actually, I want to do the vertexes. Select all these vertexes, these. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rotate this side part 90 degrees. And we want to rotate it from this vertex right here. So I'm going to go hit W, actually E, insert. All right, I'm going to change my rotation point there. It's not doing what? Okay. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees. Then we're going to fix this little stretch here. Just like that. Now we've got that side piece folded over. And I can check the texture map too. See how it folds over with it? Same thing for this. Maybe I want to do this a little bit different. I don't want to do this. Split these apart a little bit so I can see them. That's where it gets a little bit kind of squirrely. All right, there we go. Let's take this bottom one. You know, I could have just done this with all of the... Well, I'm going to have to do the different with that other side over there. It's a little bit different. Now this part is going to have to be on top of this part. So I kind of have to cheat a little bit and raise it up just a smidge. Smidge is a technical term. A little smidge. And that's as far as it needs to go. Take these. Now I bring these two vertexes up a smidge. Like that. I need to bring this down. Okay. Let's take this. And granted, none of this may work out. This may look like crap in the end, and I gotta kind of change stuff. All right, so we're gonna rotate this, and we want this to be the rotation point. Got a little bit of a UV stretch right here. I can fix that. Just fix that by coming in here to this inside, pulling that in. Good. Making progress. Now let's take these bad boys here. Okay. We want to rotate these guys. I'm going to make the rotate point there. I can see here that the UV is off right here. See how this texture map is all kind of wonky on this part? So I can go in and fix that right here. See how it's just too long. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I see. I just stretched it too far. Oh, wait a minute. I see what I did. I did a whole wrong thing here. I put the seam of it too far back, and there should be a seam right here. That's annoying. Yeah, I did that wrong. That's a shame. I have to fix that. Well, it's 7:41. I think that's it for me. So we got one of the kind of Monte Cristo courts done. I'll probably work on this later today. Yeah, I got some fixing to do. So I think that's it for me. I'm going to give me some breakfast. I'll probably come work on this in a little bit later today. But anyways, thanks for joining me this morning. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the morning. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace out.